Morning guys, Tuesday morning. It's my first full day on this machine now. Started yesterday afternoon, couple of teething problems, a few blockages, not running the chain quick enough. Chip was coming out a bit small, but I'm getting used to it. Just been playing around with the rollers inside the cab just to get that belt feed and that roller, pushing it into the knife a bit more. It was going a bit slow, so it was just chipping away at the log, but making bits that were really small because it was chewing away at it for too long. So I've had another stab this morning and just started running it through a bit quicker, and that's what we've got. So it's supposed to be, well, it's coming through the G50 sieve. Probably that could be a bit bigger. You look at some of the stuff over the back of the pile here, which is carrying a bit more weight, and it's thrown it a bit further. Probably that's where I need to be. But it's still only day 2, and we've probably done about 4 hours worth of chipping in its entirety. So I'm going to push this pile out the way, doze it into that heap, which was yesterday's effort, create me a bit more room, and then I shall move the chipper over and carry on working into that. It's a bit of a mix of everything. There's poplar at the top, which I bought back from Canterbury. Those who watch the videos, you might have seen me tipping that. It was quite a full bin. And then the balance is just made up of a bit of oak, some conifer in there, various other bits of softwood, conifer up the top, and then the offcuts there is from planking that we had a couple of weeks ago. We had some guys come in and planked up a lot of the bigger, oversized, real straight stuff, and that stuff up the top is just all what comes off the sides when they start straightening the tree out. So, progress.
Hi guys, welcome back. Another week at Aztech HQ. It's Tuesday, as yesterday was bank holiday Monday. I've just left Bert, who's chipping. It's our first kind of contracting job with the new chipper. It's for a local estate for their biomass boiler. So we're running through some season cord at G50 for them. So there's a bit of footage of that. One of the ARB teams is up in Knockholt on an oak reduction, and the other team is down near Cowden at another small estate doing some ash takedowns, a dead birch. So yeah, I am just running around today, done a couple of site visits. I'm just off up to Nathan to have a meeting on that estate for a progress report, and Callum is down in the harvester with Paul cracking on, so we'll try and get footage of everything. But yeah, welcome back. Let's have another week. Let's go. So just out with Nath, had a little catch up with him, seeing how he's getting on. We're struggling a bit with the mud here, but he's still making progress. Trees are getting cut and the timber's getting stacked. Turning out to be quite a nice project. I'll walk you up the top in a second, look you through the valley. Starting to look smart. Don't know if you can gauge quite how big this is. I'll put my hand on it. That is a big old stump. That was a failed poplar that the top snapped out of. We've taken that down to make safe. So that's how it's looking at the moment. That's going to be a new track going through for machine access, for mowing, so they can keep this kind of grassy and meadow-like, retaining some of the large poplars. Casey's just down there getting ready to drop an ash. So yeah, getting there. We're on the 28th of May and we've still got ground conditions like this. It is getting beyond ridiculous now. If there's any weather people out there that can tell us when we're going to have summer, that would be really helpful. Yeah. That site meeting done. Boys are getting on alright. Battling through against the weather again, but I think there's quite a lot of us in the same boat and there's not a lot we can do about it. Just got to try and do it minimal mess, and it'll be something else that we've got to put right and tidy up at the end, but it is what it is. So I'm going to head back out, go and find Christian, see how he's getting on with the chipping, and then back into the office, have a catch up with Ben, get a bit of paperwork done this afternoon, and that'll be Tuesday over. So we'll see you tomorrow. So that's Wednesday morning. I've just loaded up Archie's digger, taking that back up to our chestnut coppice site from the winter. He's going to carry on giving us a hand clearing some tracks up, just so we can get that nice for the spring. Christian is back out chipping. We didn't quite get finished yesterday. We had a little issue with blades not sitting in pockets properly, so we brought that back to the yard. We went over that first thing this morning, filled the machine up with diesel, and he's just gone back out. He's probably got a couple of hours left, so go finish that off. James is out surveying with Nath, so hopefully you get some footage of that. And we've got 2 arb teams out. I think one's felling some trees on an estate that are next to a road, and I'm not actually sure what the other boys are doing. But yeah, hopefully they're going to get some footage today and keep you up to date what's going on. So that was lorry number 2 for the day. Getting rid of a bit of arb waste. Just gonna have a bit of a scrape up now with the machine. Have a tidy up, and on to the next. So that is us all done. Nice little chipping job for the tractor. The barn is now full up. Crane folded away. And that'll be that. Job done. So here we are, Friday morning. Another contract chipping job. This time we're out for Big George Moss. Our GMC contracting. I think he cut this back last year. So it's all stacked up. We're just going to work our way down, chip up all the top. His tractor and trailer are here carting up to the pad. They're going to load the lorries off. Yeah, nice little project for the day. We're just going to get this bit clear. As you can see, the new fencing contract has been in to get the fence up. Just put the wire in, so just going to do this little section, and I think there's a bit more on this farm to get done. Look at the state of this. Who would think we're in June? Absolutely ridiculous. But the boys are making good progress through here. Harvester down there working away. Lovely little thinning block.
Morning guys, hope all's well. Monday morning here at Aztech HQ. Busy week lined up. The boss man Adam is away, sunning himself. So yeah, here I am. Get stuck with me for the week, you lucky lot. Beautiful sunny day today. The weather forecast this week looks like it's going to be actually half decent, which will please the Forestry boys. Hopefully dry weather, but I've used the Met Office now for most of the year and they say it's going to be sunny and then it rains by the end of the week, but hopefully that's not the case today. Got Christian in the yard at the moment doing some bits to the Heizohack and the Valtra. So let's go see what he's doing. Christian, say hello to all your fans.
My huge YouTube fan base.
Your huge YouTube fan base. What are you doing for us?
Right, so had Friday evening chipping.
Yeah.
And this morning I need to go over the blades, check for broken ones, which fortunately this time around there aren't any.
Lovely.
So I've just run a flat paddle grinding disc over the blades just to give them a sharper edge. These ones are somewhat consumable. They don't really last very long, so you chuck them out once they're used.
Yeah.
They're not like other machines where you have them off and you keep grinding them back. They're actually very small. They're probably the size of a bar of soap. And yeah, they're just cheap and cheerful. Use and throw away.
Nice.
So yeah, today is blade checking and then a good grease around.
Maintenance Mondays.
Maintenance Monday. There's a chain under this cover which needs some spray grease on it.
Nice.
And another bearing which you can't access unless this panel comes off. So yeah, I'm going to use this morning to do those grease nipples, which you can't get to all the time. PTO shaft, get the covers off that. Keep on top of it.
Nice. So obviously we just popped in to see Christian as he was just looking over the blades, sharpening them and checking other bits, and we thought it might be a good time to give you a walk around the machine. So Christian's going to lead the way on that.
So I've got some old blades. Benny brings the camera in. I've got some old blades. These are not ours, but they were in the box. So you can see they're not very big. I mean, they're the size of my hand. And that's what happens to them when things go wrong. So we swap that one out. This is one that's just lost its edge a little bit. So this would be an example of where you can just run that soft pad, like I said, along it just to bring it back. There's no need to throw that away straight away. But once they start getting really rounded, like that one is, that's probably at the point where you're going to think, we'll just get a new one. Because that'd be working so much harder than that edge going through the wood. So that's what's involved with the blades. Right, so we're into the machine, into the heart of the machine now. This is our drum. This houses those small blades. I have just put an edge over them this morning prior to Benny showing up. But basically you've got the in-feed roller there that pulls the material in with the help of the in-feed table, pulls it into the knife, which is then chipping away with the use of the anvil to shred the material. Material comes through the back, going through this sieve here. Now we currently have the G50 sieve in. After it falls through the sieve, there are these two cross augers in the bottom of the machine, and they remove the wood chip across to the flywheel, which is in this housing, and that's got a series of three plates on it, which effectively accelerate that chip up the spout. Up this spout. The spout can turn not completely around, but can cover quite a range, so we can blow into trailers. We've got options for where we want to blow it, etc. Chute obviously goes up and down depending on the height you need, and the flap goes in and out just to give you a little bit more control if you want to blow down into a bin, whatever the job needs to be. So we've seen inside the machine, all that assembly there gets its power from down here. So we've got a bearing there for the main drum. Coming off that bearing as well as the chain. And that chain goes down to 2 pulleys in the bottom of the machine there, either side of that chain. And they power the cross augers. And then moving back with another bearing. And then in this grey box, just there, is the belt drive for the whole machine. And that comes from the PTO. That cover I've just removed. There's even more grease nipples down there. Along and back to the tractor.
Bert's just under there with his spray grease and his builder's bum. Just greasing the chains up. Keeping everything running nice and smoothly.
As well as the importance of your greasing and putting your lube on your chains, etc., it always pays to have a good walk around and look at bits of the machine in more detail compared to just walking around, firing a grease gun over it and calling it a day. So I've had my head under here this morning and I can see this looks a little bit wet, possibly some hydraulic oil, which you're always going to get a bit of weeping out of pipes, unions, etc. But looking closer, I've noticed that there is a bolt actually come out, more likely rattled itself out of this hydraulic pump here, which turns this gearbox, which turns the in-feed for all of this. So what I'm going to have to do is obviously find a bolt to replace that, but that's where it pays to just spend a bit of time, walk round, have a real close look.
Nice.
So we're in the process of changing the blades out. I spoke yesterday about sharpening them up, but we've reached a point where they're fairly damaged. That's actually got a chip out of it, you might see that. That's probably one of the better ones. Here's an example of one that has been shot. So we're now swapping them out for brand new ones. But what's involved in that process as well is stripping out these pockets, and they work like a sandwich, pinch the blade together. But what does happen is they get fairly snarled up and all that wood gets compressed in there. This one will come out. See, that's an example of how bad they can get. It gets compressed in there. And so what we're going to do is we've taken that out, chisel out this wood, get a wire brush on the drill and just clean all that rust off, dress them up a bit, a lot cleaner. And then when we relocate them, everything's sitting in its happy position, and these pockets are then actually compressing and clamping the blade, not compressing and clamping a load of that mulch that I just showed you. So hopefully we'll have less issues with them moving.
So then it comes over to the vise. Got to get all this gunk out of here. We've got a wire brush and a Makita. And we're going to wire brush all the rust off, all the dirt off, and all this residue, black residue from where like the water's got in. We're going to get that nice and flush so the blade will sit nice. Yeah, crack on I suppose. So there we go. Oh. Yeah. All nice and clean, ready to go back in. Surface is good again. that's it. That's all we've got to do.
So guys, just pulled onto site in Goudhurst, the Forestry boys. Got a lorry coming in behind me. Just loading up a load of timber today. So let's go get a bit of drone footage and see him loading them up. I just said, just on site here with Cal. Lorry coming in to load her up. Cal did one of his forestry assessments this morning, which he passed, so well done Cal, good work. Now back to work, back to it. Got Paul over there somewhere, don't know if you can see him through the trees. Carrying on cutting with the harvester while Cal loads this one up. What a look that is. Yo, Hugo Boss tracksuit, sunglasses on, what a look. So just about to finish up my site visit here to the boys in Goudhurst. To leave Cal loading this lorry behind me. Doing a good job as always. Yeah, making really good progress here. As you've seen from some of the drone footage, you can see the sort of spec, what they've been doing, and the progress that they've made. And a couple of the drone footage you can see right back over that way. That clear felt, which is in a video we did a few weeks ago. It's all done there. And yeah, one more block to do, I think, on the other side, and then they'll be all done here. So yeah, really, really smart job. Nice and fast lorry load from Cal. I think he's pretty much there by the looks of it. Maybe a couple more picks and a bit of evening out, and it's all good. Hi guys, it's 20 past 4 on Tuesday. Christian is grinding away, slowly chipping, well not slowly, but working his way through this log pile. Progress is being made, Valtra and Heizohack keeping busy. And yeah, just doing the last bit before he finishes up for the day. Right, so that's a wrap for Tuesday. I'll leave Christian finishing up for the day, and see you in the morning.
Good morning, boys and girls. Couple of nice oak thins here in Tunbridge Wells. They're a TPO'd oak. We've given them a 25% thin and a dead wood, just to help the client get a little bit more light in the garden. Obviously there's some pretty mature trees that are really close to the building. So just give them a little bit more light, get some of that epi out of it. We've got Taylor and Liam up there already. Let's get on with it. So we've got Taylor up there somewhere. There he is. He's just used an SRT line to access the tree. It's quite busy. Now he's swapped to a zigzag and a SRT line to just help him get around. It's the second time he's ever used SRT. Every day's school day. Now we're just thinning out this side of the house. Try and get a bit more light. Cut it back from the building. It's been pretty heavily reduced in the past, like I said. So it's put a lot of growth out. And you can see the top where they've been already. Really starting to make a difference. Just working their way down. And then on to the next one over there. You can really start to see the boys work now. Top of the canopy where they've worked their way through, giving it a nice thin, rebalancing the crown where needed, and how much denser it is at the bottom. So you're still retaining a nice shape of a tree, no big heavy pruning cuts needed, and the client's still getting a lot more light whilst managing the tree in a better manner.
So that's James and the boys just finishing up on a job in Tunbridge Wells. I think Christian's down here just about to start up the Heizohack and the Valtra. So I'm going to go sit in the cab with him for a bit, do a bit of filming from in the cab, and he's going to talk you through some bits.
Good afternoon, YouTubers. It is Wednesday afternoon. So yesterday you saw us changing those blades, and I had a couple of hours in here following that, and we really hooked through a nice bit of chip. That particular chip has just literally gone out the yard now in the lorry on the other side of that wall. So that was very good, and had a check of the blades afterwards. everything seemed in order, no damages. This is all quite a clean pile. We're on a concrete floor here, which we're a bit spoiled. Quite often these piles end up on hardcore surfaces, and the tendency is to pick up half bricks and bits of concrete. So super lucky here, the pile stays clean, blades are in good health. So I'm just going to spend another 3 hours now getting another load of this, all this arb waste, all what the lads bring back, which is why it's the size it is. There's some nice stuff in here which has been handled by the digger off the site clearances and where access allows. So you get a lot more in the grab each time. Unfortunately, the arb waste, it just is what it is. The lads can only lift it out in the pieces they can manage. So that's why we have a lot of small stuff. But as I say, I'm going to spend another 3 hours, generate another load of G50, and we will keep the loads going out the door.
Right guys, as Christian said, it's Wednesday afternoon. He's leaving, finishing up here, similar to yesterday. Putting in the hours, getting that machine earning, which is nice. So yeah, see you tomorrow, Thursday, let's get it. We are back again, Thursday. Couple teams out today, got Christian out with a few lads, fencing up in Cudham along a trackway, and we've got a team out in Chislehurst. They are reducing a Robinia and felling a Western Red Cedar, and then James is out quoting all around South London, so he's out and about in the van bringing in the work. I've just had a walk down to the log bay to see what Christian got through last night. He said he got through a good amount. Let's just have a look. So I mean, you can see from the last video where I was in the cab with Christian, you can see quite how dense it was. You can see how much he's got through. We were sat sort of here and he was clearing right out here, firing over the walls. He got through a blooming good amount last night. I think he was here for another 3 hours. He was here till about 7, half 7 last night. As I said, putting in the hours, getting the machine earning, which is nice. Getting out all that quality G50 wood chip, which you can see here. Here we go, this is what it's all turning into. So earlier in the video, Christian was talking about the product which is coming out. It's coming out a lot sort of chunkier, really nice product coming out now. So we're keeping it separate. You can see the difference in the quality. This is all our arb chip over here. It's all the arb chip, and that's all your G50. That's the good stuff.
So morning guys, Friday morning, just following on from what Ben was telling you yesterday. I did have a good stab at it, Wednesday night it was, and we were about here, and I just got to the point where I couldn't reach any more timber. So after putting the tractor away, I got in here with a telehandler and dozed out some of what I couldn't reach, piled it further back there. And my plan is now to try and get the tractor in with the back of it facing more that way, so I'm more parallel with the pile, and that way I've got a massive range of movement on the crane where I can reach material, and it does mean it's easier to blow over the wall. You can probably see by that level of dust there just how I was sort of falling short of getting over the wall. Not an issue, we can tidy it up from there, but I really want to blow over the wall, keep all the yard tidy. That dust also introduced another problem, which is what I've just addressed this morning. Just had the bonnet up, blew out all the radiators, had the air filter out, blew that out on the airline. It's probably going to be quite a weekly occurrence that. This is so dry, this stuff now, the dust was super fine, so I've put the airline over the tractor, blow it out, more maintenance. I'm just about to make another stab at it. Friday, bring it on.
Right guys, so I'm going to leave Christian doing his last few maintenance bits to the Valtra and the Heizohack. he's gonna have, as he just said, gonna have another stab at the log pile today. Get quite a bit of chipping done. I've got Casey and Nathan behind me, just splitting through a load of ash and oak logs in the yard. They're just having a bit of a yard day today, a bit of a tidy up before Adam gets back on Monday. And that's it really for the week. We've got a team in Chislehurst today. They got some limes to pollard and a silver birch to fell. Got Taylor out in the mute, helping some roofers out, our property up in Orpington. And that's it for today. Got a few people off, so fairly quiet day, but do some bits in the yard, get everything spick and span, ready to go next week. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated by all of us. We enjoy doing this for you. So yeah, anything you want to see, as always, just let us know, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a good week, guys. Cheers.